Alright, so this is what I've got so far. This is my new rig, my new build. As you can see, I got 3 fans in the front here. The front actually consists of tempered glass. Those are what the fans are behind. Of course, I've got 2 up here with a removable magnetic screen, which is pretty cool, so you can clean the dust off and whatnot. And so I got the draw coming in from there. And as you can see, I can remove the screen, clean it, whatnot. The other nice thing I like about this, since the last post I put in, I've added another 2 fans. I can actually add 1 more, but I have to find longer shoulder screws, is what they're called. Basically, you have threads at the bottom, but you have a lengthy amount of space from the threads in the top where you actually screw it in, because of the simple fact that these plugs down here, it won't sit on top of it. So I've added this fan, that fan, along with all the other fans, and this of course is the AMD Wraith cooler sitting atop the 3900X processor. That of course is my memory stick. That's only one 16 gig Corsair Vengeance Pro 3600 megahertz stick, so of course I'm gonna get more of those. But overall, all in all, I gotta say this is a Golden Field Z3 21 plus case. It has been a very, very challenging situation, where sometimes I'd have to remove the fans to put something else. Sometimes I'd have to remove the motherboard to run the wiring, etc., etc. But the thing I like about this is the MOBO, which is the MSI X570 MPG Gaming Edge Wi-Fi Plus, has built-in Bluetooth, so I'm actually able to use Bluetooth headphones with it. The only other thing I need to do right now is the fun part. I gotta zip tie all the wiring, get that done, put the other side on, and I'm done. But I gotta say, overall, in performance, just for only having one 16 gig stick, this thing's beautiful. The case is beautiful. And also, on the side here, where you see all the fans, there is a acrylic, basically plexiglass for most of you, that goes on the side, so I gotta be careful not to scratch that. But I gotta say, all in all, so far $985, and not including the graphics card, which I already had. This is just an old GTX 1060. I'm looking forward to getting the RTX, so that's going to be my next step. So far $985 in, and you know, I was kind of blessed, because at one point I got pissed, because I'm like, oh man, I paid $435 for the 3900X. Then they came out with the 5900 series, the 5900X, and I'm like, that's like 7 something. I was like, oh shit, I should have waited a little bit longer. And au contraire, the price of what I paid for shot up. So if you try to find a 3900X for the same price I paid for it, then you're lucky. Because I've noticed when I went back and researched the price of my processor, it's gone up in many places. So I gotta say, it was a worthwhile investment. I took my sweet time on it because, of course, with that kind of money invested, you don't want to rush it. You really don't. It's like a car. If you're gonna fix a car, you're gonna take your time and you're gonna do it right. A computer, however, is more complex. Some people don't get that idea. But here's another thing. With these fans comes a remote. So I can change just about everything on it if I want to. If you look on the back side here, Cool Moon, that's the set of fans I went with. But it has a remote. But not to sweat it, I got an extra remote because I ordered a 5-pack and a 3-pack. So I got 2 receivers and 2 remotes. So not to sweat it. So if anything, I can change anything on a whim. So now I can change the color of the fans. I can change how they act via mode. I can change the speed, increase the speed, etc. I can turn them off. Of course, you don't want to do that when you're doing some seriously heavy gaming, but turn them back on. Change colors. All of it. And so I can even make these things dance. Yeah, I can change the mode on everything. So I gotta say, I do love the case. The only restrictions the case itself has is it only allows 2 hard drive disks, but for SSDs, it's bountiful. You got one right here. You got one right here behind that plate where it says Lightning Gen M2. That, of course, would be that would go for a Samsung, definitely, which I'm going to do in the future. You got another slot right there for another SSD. And on the back side of the case, you got room for 2 more SSDs. So this case itself was designed for solid state drives. Not so much as hard drives like the old school cases, but it's still pretty sweet overall. And of course you got your Wi-Fi, and it has built-in Bluetooth, so I'm able to walk around with my headphones on with a Bluetooth and jam to some music. All in all, I gotta say, this was one project that was worth it. Definitely a worthwhile project. So it took a lot of saving to get to this point, but now the only thing I have left to do is zip tie everything and buy some more memory, possibly an SSD. All right, that's it for now. Of course, the keyboard, I could change that around as well, and the gaming mouse, they all change colors as well. Change keyboard, breathe, change colors, etc. Yeah, of course the mouse does the same thing. It's a gaming mouse. You can change the DPI. All right, and that's pretty much it. I'm a happy camper. I just got to get this thing zip tied up and good to go.